I just wanted to come and say this before the video actually starts. I own a stretch therapy company called Evolve NRG. I've been doing this kind of work for about 10 years, so I have about 752 stretches in my arsenal. Hopefully you'll gain some knowledge of how to self-stretch and what to look for before you get injured. So stay tuned for all kinds of great content. Let's get into the video. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. Are you into walking? Are you a trail walker? Do you go for hikes? I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to stretch your body and your hips to make your walks better and more proficient. So there's a few things that you have to keep in mind when you go for walks. A few of them are your hips, your calves, and your glutes. Those are the three big muscle groups that I find to be the most important to work on before you go for any type of exercise. But walking in specifically, even though it seems like it's something of ease, it can be dangerous. To prepare for this walk, three stretches that you could do, right? There's the typical bend your knee, reach for your toes. That's simple, everybody knows that, it's basic. Try something a little bit more advanced. You're gonna have one of your legs like this, you're gonna have your other leg like this, and you're gonna lean into the knee. What that's gonna do is it's gonna help expand this hip flexor. It's gonna pull that hamstring open. You're gonna reach, and you're gonna reach. You're gonna feel it in that side as well, on your opposite hip, and you're gonna really pull. Hold that for like 10 seconds. You're gonna flip them sides like that. You know, same thing, boom. You can see this side is tighter. Just like that, hold that, reach and crawl. That's one. So another thing, it's called a dynamic warm-up. It's not really a stretch, but it is something that helps get blood flow. This is what you can do. Stand here, just on your tippy toes. You're just going up and down, up and down. Do that 5 or 10 times, then rotate. Knee, butt, bend, heel. 3 sets of that. Dynamic warm-ups. They're not your enemy, they can be your friends. There's a lot of prep work that goes into figuring out if you're able to go for a walk. What I mean by that is that sometimes your knees aren't playing along. Sometimes your hips aren't playing along. Sometimes your lower back really does not want to play along. When those things happen, it can really limit you. And it kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie, because when your knees hurt, you really don't want to even get out of bed. But when your lower back hurts, you don't want to do jack shit. I'm gonna be making a ton of content. They're gonna be sport related, day-to-day related, activity related. They're gonna be a variety of different kind of stretching routines that you can do to incorporate into your day-to-day life. Walking a dog, hiking, skiing, snowboarding, skateboarding, rollerblading, you name it, I'm gonna have some kind of video on it that can help aid in the recovery and prevention of injury. Just as it's dangerous to walk without having the proper stretching and precautions, the safety precautions, rock climbing, mountain climbing, and board climbing, these are all things that can also interfere with your day-to-day walks. This is how you can do it safely. Plant yourself in a strategic fashion. And you're gonna run as fast as you can up it. And then carefully walk back down. Didn't see you there. Just wanted to give you another quick tip. Over there's a bench. Take rests. Drink water like this. During a walk, it can get tiring, for sure. And your hips may start to lock up a little bit after those dynamic warm-ups and some of those stretching. Put your leg up on a post. There are tons of benches on trails typically. Put your leg on it and just reach down for the stars. Reach down, get a good stretch. Turn your hip open, just like this. And then switch onto the other leg, like so. You may even get lucky and feel a little pop in your hip. That's good. It's okay to take rests. Rests are good for the body, good for the heart, good for the brain. Have a sip of water and stay hydrated. One of the most important things to do before and during and after a walk or just any type of trail is to drink some water. But if you bring like a towel or something, you can put that underneath your knee. It's called hip openers, and what they do is it helps expand the hip flexors, and it kind of gives a little bit of ease to the lower back. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go into a lunge position where your foot is at 90 degrees with your hip, and this one is as well at 90 degrees with your other hip. Bring your hand here and just expand as much as you can. And again, just like that. Then you're gonna rotate. Same thing, and expand. And again. And you'll probably end up doing maybe 5 to 10 of those 30 minutes into your walk, or even before your walk. It'll help just keep everything moving. There's one crucial part about a walk that nobody ever tells you about, and that's if you decide to film and record yourself doing any kind of footage, to check and make sure it is not going to rain. Because now you got to speed walk. I'm going to give you one quick tip on how to beat speed walking. So the best way to recover faster after speed walking is, the best way to succeed after speed walking is to just walk faster. Walking faster can help forget about the pain that you're currently having by walking fast. A step above that, for an advanced placement, run. When you run, you forget about the pain that you had when you were walking and speed walking, but now you have the pain of running. Quick tips with Noah Z. Deutsch. So once you finish your walk, it's super important to get into that stretch routine again. What you want to do is you want to focus on just again opening up your hip flexors, stretching out your hamstrings, getting your glutes a little bit worked on. Some of those things are as easy as this. Just putting your feet forward and reaching for your toes, holding it. What I want you to do though is not do that static hold. I want you to kind of pulse with it like this. So pulse, pulse. I'll show you from the side. You're gonna be like this, pulse, like that. I want you to try and keep your back straight when you do it, and that's gonna kind of put a little bit more of an emphasis on the lower back. So a couple of those self-stretch routines that you can do post-walk or post-trail walk, post-trail run are, as I showed you earlier, the figure 4, the cross your legs, the butterfly, the one where you have your legs kind of like this. You can't really see because the dog is in the way, and you go like this, right? Here, come here. Those are all amazing stretches to help with your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower body. To really extend into your lower back, what you can do is, like I said, get on one knee. You're gonna kind of be like this, and you're gonna extend and open up to the sky. This is gonna help with the extension of the spine. It's gonna help with the rotation of the back. This is gonna really work on getting those hip flexors completely open and that lower back stretched on both sides. You're gonna go up and down, hold it for 3 seconds. Use this elbow on this knee to push a little bit more depth in the stretch in your internal hip flexor. And that it is a tips and tricks for self-stretching in the routine. I wanna thank you all for stopping by today's video. Today's been a good one, a long one. I'm gonna be making a mini series for a bunch of different stretch routines, from sports related to day-to-day activities, to just fun in the sun. We're gonna have some fun with this, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this a thumbs up, and be sure to follow the channel and turn that bell notification on for when I pop those videos out.